Hi, this is Scott Siskin. I'm the president of First Republic Mortgage Bankers. When you need a mortgage, call First Republic Mortgage Bankers and deal direct. Eliminate the middleman. No mortgage broker fees. Stop wasting your hard-earned money on your high-rate mortgage and your credit cards. You can save every single month by refinancing. You personally can save every month by locking in the lowest rates in over 30 years. And we make house calls to the entire tri-state area 7 days a week. Call 718-380-0006 if you're buying a home or you want to refinance your home. 718-380-0006.
We've got Scott online with us this morning. Scott, the whole world knows that generally it's slowed down a lot in the real estate business. Yet at First Republic Mortgage Bankers, your volume keeps increasing. Explain why.
Well, we've done a lot of education over the years, and we've been holding homebuyer seminars for, almost, I guess, over 8 to 10 years. So we're constantly educating people, and we're finding that people that went to one of our seminars, a year ago, 6 months ago, are, now finding properties that are affordable for them, finding properties that are available because the inventory of properties has gone up. The Northeast is the only part of the country where there is not overall declining home values, although there have been some slight declines in other parts of the country that got overinflated. The Northeast is still sort of standing firm, and that's a very good thing in general. But there are opportunities out there because there are sellers who want to go. Their properties are taking longer to sell. They're not necessarily getting cheaper, but they're taking longer to sell. And there are great opportunities in different regional areas around the tri-state area for affordable housing. And there's also deals to be had from builders and people who renovate homes and so forth. So we've had a lot of people who are finally coming up to the plate. They've already been pre-approved, and they found the property that they like. They find a property at the right price. So those of you out there who are listening who would like to buy a property, would like to fire your landlord, we've got great affordable areas that we can tell you about. The real estate entity is not doing, let's say, so much as, let's say, we could refer you to somebody up there, or you can go on your own to Newburgh, Middletown, Bridgeport, Connecticut, out east, Brentwood, Bayshore. Is just a few communities where you can find properties that you can do the mortgage utilizing the FHA programs or utilizing the Fannie Mae community homebuyer programs with no money down. So there are affordable homes to be bought, and there are affordable programs that are still available. No money down is still available. So whether you're thinking about buying a home, or you've been putting it off because of all the negativity, now's a great time to look. First, get yourself pre-approved by calling 718-380-0006, and then you can go to Realtor.com, buying your own anytime, and put in Bridgeport, put in the areas that I mentioned, and look at MapQuest to see how far of a commute that might be from your job, because you may find, like one of our previous success stories, that when he moved to Middletown, his commute to the Bronx was only 45 minutes. So that's pretty minimal, I think, as far as a commute goes. A lot of people would think it's a whole lot further. You should expand if you don't feel comfortable with the prices in your area. Let's say you're living in certain parts of Brooklyn, Queens, and the Bronx that have gone up past affordability point for you, whoever is listening. You shouldn't give up. You should expand your zone and go outside your comfort zone and take a look at these properties. First look on the internet. We're at Realtor.com. Take a look, see if what I'm saying is true, see if any of these properties make sense to you, and then, like I said, go on MapQuest and see how far these areas are from where you work. It's very important that you expand your outlook in order to be able to take advantage of the buyer's market right now, and also the affordable programs. One of the problems with the FHA program is the loan limits are not necessarily suited to Brooklyn properties. Same thing with the Fannie Mae limits, not necessarily suited to the prices of houses in Brooklyn, Queens, and the Bronx. However, very suited to the prices in those areas that I just mentioned, and many, many more. So take your time, do your investigation, get yourself pre-approved. That's the first step. Discuss with the loan officers, different areas and what you might be interested in, what you might not be interested in. Maybe share the results of your research, and you can work together as a team to be able to get that first home. If you can't buy your first home in the area you grow up in or you're living in right now, don't let that put you on the sidelines as far as buying a home. If you're going to buy your first home and it's going to be in Middletown or in Newburgh, for example, it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. There are great deals up there, comparison especially to what you're used to down here. So make the phone call to 718-380-0006 right now. Don't be afraid. A lot of people are just scared out of the market right now, and there are tremendous opportunities that are available for home buyers. Because there are sellers, I mean, you have to be diligent. You know, there are sellers who are anxious to move to another location, may have bought another property, maybe going through a divorce. I mean, there's so many reasons why sellers might be individually motivated, and you just it's a matter of you making the offers at the price that makes sense for you, in the location that makes sense for you, and doing your homework prior to all that. Make sure you can afford the mortgage, make sure you can afford the monthly payments, make sure you're comfortable with all of that, make sure you're comfortable with any of the down payment that may be required or not required. Get the facts about buying a house with no money down right now. 718-380-0006. And, of course, you know, those of you out there who own homes, we are having nothing short of a refinancing boom here at First Republic. And what's going on is, once the Fed cut the rates, even though it didn't necessarily translate into a cut in the long-term rates, once people hear that, the Federal Reserve cutting rates, people become aware and start to think maybe it's time that I look at refinancing, even though they may have heard me for the last 10 years talking about it on Gil Bailey, the last several years on this station, and yet they didn't pull the trigger for one reason or another. Now people are looking at their credit card bills and feeling really zapped by them, and they are now taking action. So those of you out there who are listening, who are homeowners, who are paying 7% or more on your mortgage, you have credit card debt, more credit card debt than you have money in the bank, now's the time for you to take action. Because if you've owned your home 3-5 years and more, you have equity, and you can use that equity and put it to work for you to get rid of your credit card debt, get additional cash for any purpose whatsoever. You are the silent majority. You are paying your bills. You're struggling to get by, and we are here to relieve you of those problems if you will simply make the phone call to get the facts. Remember, we use government-backed programs as our primary programs. FHA, VA, Sony Mae, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac programs, and I've been personally using this program since 1985. So and the bank, of course, has been in existence 13 years. We've been using these programs for the last 13 years. So when you call First Republic at 718-380-0006 or 1-800-QUIC-LOAN, you can count on speaking to a loan officer who is very competent and very well versed in the benefits of the government-backed programs and all the programs that we have to offer for people who have individual situations, because everybody has individual situations. And the government-backed programs may not be right for everybody, but I'll tell you, a whole lot of people are refinancing their homes, taking cash out and reducing their monthly payments, paying off all their credit card debt, and a lot of people are buying houses in affordable areas using the FHA program. Seller can pay the closing costs. We can show you how to use the Nehemiah Grant program. These programs are really unbeatable when it comes to purchasing affordable housing in what is right now is not an easiest market because of the prices in the local area. However, the programs have become more liberal on the government-backed programs as opposed to what's going on in the subprime market where programs are becoming more restrictive. So don't be afraid. You know, we will disclose everything to you. There's total transparency when you work with First Republic. You're going to know what payments you're going to be making and, you know, all the terms of your program so that when you go to closing or after closing, you're not surprised by the fact that you may have found out that you're an adjustable, all the horror stories you hear right now. And of course, those of you who have the adjustable rate mortgages that are resetting, we have the FHA secured program, which is available. It's a government initiative that First Republic is one of the first lenders in the area that is offering to the public. Call up and find out how that program can help even take you out of bankruptcy. Yes, this program has become so much more liberal. The FHA program has become so much more liberal. We've always been able to help homeowners. Now we can even help people take care of their bankruptcy, get out of bankruptcy. If you don't make the call, nothing's going to change. And if you don't get informed and get the facts, you cannot make a proper decision about whether you should be looking to buy a home right now, if it's to your benefit, or should be refinancing your home right now, if it's to your benefit. Government-backed programs are not going anywhere. They're only reaching out to help you. You've got to reach back by making one call, 718-380-0006 or 800-QUIC-LOAN, because that one call will do it all. You make the call, and we will do it all. First Republic Mortgage Bankers is a licensed direct lending mortgage banker in New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, Maryland, and Maine. Do not forget to listen to the Early Ride Home every single Monday and also on Thursday from 5 till 8 o'clock. And don't forget to listen to the Winner's Circle every single day at 11 to 12 on Link Up Radio.